Death Stranding 2 on iPhone is obviously not possible natively or even locally, but using cloud services, you can totally play it on your iOS or iPadOS device. In this video, I'll cover the most streamlined and effective way to play it on iPhone or iPad, mention some tweaks to get the best experience, and tell you what other services can also work here. Boosteroid is the first and simplest option. It's a bring-your-own-games cloud service. You own the game on Steam, Epic, or Rockstar, and Boosteroid runs it on their machines and streams it to your device. To start playing, you just create an account or sign up with Google, pick a subscription plan, and search for the game. Then you just click play for the version of the game that you own, enter your store logins, and you're in camp. If you want tap and play and nothing else, Boosteroid is where I'd start. Using cloud gaming for Death Stranding 2 actually makes a lot of sense, even on a phone or a tablet. This is a huge atmospheric game, but it is also slower and more deliberate than a shooter or a parry-heavy action title, so I'd call its cloud sensitivity medium or even low. Most of your time is spent walking rough terrain, planning routes, managing cargo, and dealing with hazards, which means a small amount of delay should fade into the background once you settle in. On a smaller screen, that also works in your favor, because the world should still look rich without exposing every bit of compression the way a big monitor would. The main thing that can hurt the experience is not pure latency, but image breakup in weather, distant scenery, and busy terrain detail. That is why I'd keep the streaming side simple. Start with 1080p at 60 frames per second, then enable AV1 in your Boosteroid account if your iPhone or iPad and browser support it. On iOS, Safari is the browser I'd test first for that cleaner path. Cloud Gear is also a great option if you want a browser specifically optimized for cloud gaming. Also make sure your connection is boring in the best possible way. Strong 5 GHz Wi-Fi, no background downloads, and no weak signal spots. Inside the game, I would also keep the tweaks conservative. If frame stability matters more to you than max visuals, use the smoother performance mode. And because the PC version supports multiple upscaling options, I would avoid the most aggressive upscale setting if the stream already looks soft. For controls, keep aim assist on strong, lower the stick dead zones a little, keep camera acceleration low, and nudge aiming speed up slightly. That should make movement and combat feel more responsive without making Sam feel twitchy. Now here are some alternative cloud solutions that also support this game. Shadow PC is the next step up, a full Windows desktop in the cloud you can open from an iPhone or iPad. You install your launchers and the game like you are on a normal PC, then stream the desktop back. It's very flexible and works for lots of games and apps, but it costs more than Boosteroid and you have to look after that virtual Windows box. AirGPU is similar but pay per hour instead of a flat sub. You rent a virtual gaming PC, install the game, and connect from iOS with a client like Moonlight. Great if you only play occasionally, but if you play a lot, the hourly and storage costs add up fast. Cloud Deck uses Linux and Proton to run your Steam and Epic game and is another option that can work here. However, in its current state, I struggle to recommend it. Its rigs are the weakest out of all services mentioned here, its library is pretty limited, and though its pricing is okay, Boosteroid gives you a lot more value for about the same money. So while this is an option, I would really only consider it out of curiosity, or if for some reason I had problems with the other services. Ultimately, our main choice for this game remains Boosteroid. Whichever cloud route you choose, playing PC games with touch controls is mostly misery. We strongly recommend using a controller, and there's no shortage of controllers to use with an iPhone. My recommendation is getting a telescopic controller like a Backbone one or a Razer Kishi that turns your phone into a handheld, but you can also go with a full-size Bluetooth controller, especially if you want to AirPlay your phone's screen onto your TV. A quick side note here, if you do go for a telescopic controller, pay attention to compatibility. For iPhone 15 or newer, use USB-C controllers that explicitly list iPhone support. On iPhone 14 or older, you need Lightning models like Backbone 1 Lightning or Razer Kishi V2. Also avoid older Android-only USB-C grips. They may plug in, but many simply don't work properly with iOS. Now for the TV streaming option, if you'd rather play on a big screen, you can mirror your device with AirPlay to an AirPlay-compatible TV. For the lowest lag, plug your iPhone or iPad directly into the TV with a USB-C or Lightning to HDMI adapter and use your controller as normal. By the way, Boosteroid also has dedicated apps for Android TV, LG TVs with WebOS, and anything that runs on Fire OS. So if you've got any of those, you can cut out the middleman and use Boosteroid directly with your TV. So on iOS, playing this game basically comes down to picking a cloud service that fits your budget and patience level, pairing a decent controller, and making sure your Wi-Fi is solid. And if you also have a Mac and want to play the game there too, check out the video that will now appear on your screen to view the options available there. Also, if you want to support our channel and want us to keep making these and other gaming videos for Apple users, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It helps us greatly.